responsible for talking Thad into playing man-to-man in the second half?
Offensive questions? So, no. It was his decision. It wasn't any of us. We trust the system. We trust our head coach. He's won a lot more games than we have. So whatever he says goes. He told us to go man, so that's what we did.
Did you prepare for it, for the game?
Kind of. We haven't really went over our man-to-man defense the way we have in past years, but every day in practice, we guard in the man-to-man in our 5-on-5 sets when we're playing. So kind of. It's not our first time playing man, but we haven't spent a ton of time on it.
Could you tell how much more aggressive you were in the man? You see, where they were kind of, when you were static playing the zone, they were shooting threes over the top of you, but that wasn't the case after that, it seemed like.
Yeah, we were able to pressure a little bit more on the man. In the zone, if I go close out to the wing 24 feet, they have another man in the corner. So you have to be really disciplined in the zone. We have to do a better job of doing that. It's a little bit different in the man. You can sell out a little more and pressure the ball a little more. So, we just wanted to fly around and try and disrupt them.
Sam, you guys have had a lot of success playing man in the past year. Did you feel a lift? Was there excitement when you guys switched? How did it? It seemed to spark you guys. That's all.
Yeah, I think it was. I think it was some excitement. Like we said, the seniors been playing man a long time. A lot of the younger guys have played man all throughout high school and whatnot. It's something that they're comfortable with. So, I think we got a little bit excited.
D'Angelo, after struggling against Iowa, you had a pretty good game offensively today. What was working for you?
Just extra work, just extra reps on my own time. I know when my shot's not falling and when it is. And after the Iowa game, during the Iowa game, I knew just wasn't my day. So just extra reps.
Can you take us through the big play you had with you saved the ball beyond the back, got back in transition, and finished with the layup? Where does that rank in terms of plays you've made? That was pretty good.
I have to see it honestly. It was just natural, honestly. So I couldn't really take you step by step. It was just natural. Something I couldn't explain.
As far as just, you said you don't know when your shot, you know when your shot's not falling, when you're playing well. How did it feel to be able to get back into the groove tonight? How important is your ability to do that for this team's success? Just your offensive groove.
My role in the team is create for others and make shots and do whatever coach needs me to do. And throughout the previous games, I've been big on, coach has been big on me on making shots and taking the right shots. So I know if I miss one or airball one or something, I know I have to get
that last one off my assist.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. So I have to get through it, no matter if it's early in the game, at the end of the game. I know I got to make shots.
D'Angelo, Sam said that the younger guys have all played man in high school, but high school man and college man is a little different.
Yeah.
What was it like for you out there to have all of a sudden, after playing 15 games of zone, to have to play college man?
It was definitely exciting, but those guys, whoever I'm guarding, he puts his jeans on the same way I put mine on. So I don't look at it as, oh my God, is this guy. So I feel like if I put my mind to it, I can guard anybody, and the same with the other four guys on the court. So it's not nothing new, but we guard man in practice every once in a while whenever we're running through our sets, like Sam said. So.
I know you said it was Coach Mona's decision to play the man, but have you guys over the past few weeks been maybe pulling for him to pull the trigger?
No, that's not our job. Our job is to trust in each other and to trust what the coaches say. Like I said, Coach Martin and Coach Bowles, Coach Dickerson, GP, all those guys have won a lot more games than we have. Our job is to listen to what they say, trust the system, and we know good things will come out of that.
When you've played good competition, you've had 3 straight horrible starts, but there's always been talk. We don't know why. This year, or this time, it was different. Why was it different?
It was really on us. That's something that we've talked about for the last few days, on not getting ourselves into that 12, 15, 18, 20-point hole and not having to fight back against a good team. We really wanted to come out playing in the first half the way that we do in the second half, and I think we did a better job of that today.
Sam, obviously you were on Revante. Second half, he got 2 shots. What was your mindset going out for the second half?
Stop my man from scoring. When a man-to-man, it's really easy. You're not guarding the zone. You're not pushing cutters through and all that stuff. When he runs to one side, I run right with him. My job is to play on the defensive end, and I just want to try and do that.
You're late entry to get Krabs Trophy down this year.
I think I'm still number 2. We still got Shannon, 2-time first-team all-defense, so I just get in where I fit in.
Just how important was it to get a win in this game and keep from going 0-2 in Big Ten play, both of those games at home? And what was the talk like in that regard leading into the game and then when things were not going great early?
We knew it was a must-win game. You know, anytime you're at home, and especially anytime you're at home in our conference, it's a must-win game. You know, you have to win at home. It's so important to protect home court because we know every time we go on the road, it's a battle. We obviously didn't start out the way we wanted to on Tuesday, but I think we did a good job of responding. All the young guys did a great job in practice. The older guys did a great job leading, and you saw what happened.
Sam, they had an 8-point lead in the first half, and they were playing keep away with the lead, hitting threes and everything, shooting 50% from threes. Did it ever cross your mind, oh my God, we can't fall 0-2, to follow up on what he was saying?
No, it doesn't. I wasn't thinking about that. I was thinking about the next stop, thinking about getting the next stop, getting the next rebound, executing on the offensive end, as I'm sure all my other teammates were. You know, in the game, all you think about is the game.
D'Angelo, you had 5 turnovers in the first half, but then just 1 in the second half. Was that something that coach addressed at halftime or something you're able to fix yourself?
I mean, definitely. I mean, I put pressure on myself. I mean, honestly, I'm a risk taker, so a lot of the plays that I try to make is either a great play or it's either a not so good play with a turnover. But I try to pride myself onto the next one and only can get better at it. So.
Sam, you got to hit the road now. I'm just wondering if you have anything in mind you're going to tell these youngins about on the road in the Big Ten.
No, they've been on the road before. They've played in hostile environments before. You know, it's not too many places worse to play than Yum Center in Louisville. So they know that they have to have an added level of focus. They know that they're going to be scouted. They know that Minnesota knows what we want to do. And we have to approach these next few days in practice the same way to get a win.
Sammy kind of made a funny face when talking about D'Angelo's turnovers and maybe the message that was sent at halftime about being a risk taker. Can you talk about maybe what was said at halftime and then?
I said to him personally. We know D-Russ is going to make some plays that end up in turnovers. That's what he does. You know, he gets a lot of assists. He makes a lot happen for our team. And sometimes defenses sit on it. That's just what happens. But like y'all said, like he said, he did a great job in the second half, coming out, taking care of the ball, making plays, and he really helped us build that lead and get on that run.
D'Angelo, you talked about just you getting into an offensive groove, about just knocking down shots. How do you balance, you know, being a risk taker and making the right decisions and trying to limit those turnovers when you want to stay aggressive as well?
I mean, that's a great question. I've always asked myself that question, but if I stay on attack the whole time, I'll find the open man. I'll find the open guy whenever I'm at attack. So I try to never slow down with attacking my opponent. I mean, that's probably the hardest thing of basketball, guarding the guy in front of you, because you never know what he's going to do. So, like I said, I just try to stay at attack at as much as I could. So, if it leads with a turnover, I gotta take it and get to the next play.
Hey guys, how hard was it to keep calm when that pump-up session was going for the football team? Sam, I know I saw you slapping some high fives, and you had said you guys were feeding off of that, kind of.
I couldn't hear nothing Coach Mata said in the huddle. Honestly, it got louder than it's ever got. I'm like, dang, are they playing now? So I mean, it was a great experience.
I was listening to Coach Meyer and Duran, so it's but no, it's you know, they brought us great energy. Like we said, we were all inspired by the way they came out and played on Thursday, whenever it was, and we fed off of that. We really took it upon ourselves to try and play like them, to try and buy in the way that they all bought in, and I think we did that today.
Sam, you played Illinois twice, beat them twice last year, held them I think to 39 in Champaign. You've also played them a bunch of times when they had Tracy Abrams, which they don't now. Just analytically, you know, put on your analyst hat. What do you see in them? Good, bad, different from last year, and what do you think the impact is of not having Abrams?
You know, Tracy's a great player. You know, he's a guy that's been in that system for 4 years. He's a guy that knows that offense, or I guess 3 years. When did Gross get there? His sophomore year? Yeah, okay, his third year in that system, but he's a guy that knows the offense. He's a great leader. He's a real tough guy. I think people feed off of his toughness, you know. But Illinois is still a very, very good team. You know, they still play hard. They still execute. They still play tough. They still got a lot of shot makers in the way that you saw in the first half. So I don't think there's a huge drop off. You know, Starks came in this year. He's done a good job running the system. He's done a good job running that offense, and I think they'll have success.
D'Angelo, you've certainly played heavy minutes every game. Today you didn't come out. You played the full 40. Does that make any difference to you?
I mean, I know I got to take care of my body, and I know how important it is. I mean, you never know when you're going to come out and if you're ever going to come out. So, I mean, this whole week I've been mentally prepared and physically prepared the best way I could for this game. I didn't know that I wouldn't come out the game, but I mean, I'm in the game, so I might as well do something with it.
What do you do to mentally prepare?
I mean, honestly, just keep my teammates involved the best way I can with letting me know what they need me to do. Honestly, I mean, I'm around them all the time, so it's just hearing what needs to be done, and the coaching staff honestly telling me what I need to do. So I just prior to doing that.
Thanks,